recording in progress.
Yeah, we are recording now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of No Place Like Homaha. I'm your host, JD Wonder, alongside my co-hosts, Nick Henricks and Mikey Love. I would kindly like to invite both of my co-hosts to just suck on it. I am 100% at this time. I'm 100% in picks. 100% correct.
At this time, I don't remember asking.
We are recording as Ole Miss is now up 2-0 on Arkansas in the bottom of the first.
Oh my Lord! Yeah.
So
I think I'll just stick to picking March Madness, and even then, I still suck. But I'm 10 times better at March Madness than apparently I am at my own sport, which is baseball. So, Nick is not fielding questions at this time.
What makes it your sport? Hold on.
he owns it.
It's
got
all
the
of our
trademark.
sport. Oh my God! It's all of our sport, but like I can't even.
Judge.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't pick at the sport that I played at for my entire freaking life.
Well, let's
That
take a
is
look
what
at
we
your
call
pick
rough
that you
game.
had going to the championship game. You
Yeah.
had Texas going there.
Uh-huh.
And what happened? They got beat 7-3.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, they got beat 10-2.
Yep. It was a rough day to be a Longhorn fan and to have the Longhorn pick. I will say it because I said it even before we got on the show. And as I said it last week, I think, excuse me, but Texas is one of two teams. They will either get it through and they will go to the semifinals, or they'll get to the ship and then they'll shit the bed, or they'll just go 2-2 right off the bat. And I thought with a team that they had this year, when you have guys that are hitting 300 plus almost halfway through the lineup, you had a bullpen, which, again, was probably the shakiest thing that Texas had this year by far, even though they were preseason number one to be the best college bullpen going into the whole entire series. Well, the bullpen was the biggest half of their problem. Starters were not able to go deep into games. Bullpen did not give any help throughout the rest of the CWS. Through the regionals, it was all right, even though they still gave up high-scoring games except for the last game against East Carolina. But, yeah, no. Texas's offense got shut down. Notre Dame was able to find a way to shut them down. And then Texas A&M with the pitching staff that they have, that was a pretty impressive outing just by Micah Dallas. He had 5 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, but just held the Texas bats to literally nothing. 1 run was pretty much all they got, and that was it. So
I think that kind of speaks on how decent of a team Notre Dame really is. Because, I mean, they picked on Tennessee
yeah,
in that 3 game, which is the best team in the nation. And then, you come in and you stifle the horns down pretty easily. So, I don't know.
That was going to be my comment too. Just that Notre Dame team coming off, just like I said would happen in that first game, they'd still come in hot against a good opponent and put it up on them. But then their very next game that they played, they ended up losing.
Yeah,
to that Oklahoma team who's hot. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing to look at too is Oklahoma right now is just they seem to be on a whole nother planet as well. 13-8 over Texas A&M in game 1, and then coming against Notre Dame in game 2 in the winner's bracket. And Cade Horton yesterday was just outstanding. 11 strikeouts in 6 innings, and he was 16 months off of Tommy John. So I mean, this was his 3rd longest start of the year because they asked him to go deep into games late in season, and he's been doing absolutely outstanding. So 11 strikeouts for him. Oklahoma's bullpen closed the door, and then they were just able to get insurance runs. They had 2 hitters yesterday going absolutely nuts. One was Peyton Graham, big shortstop that he is, the skinny mofo.
170 pounds.
170 pounds, 6'4". And then Tanner Treadaway had a day. Peyton Graham had 4 hits on the day. Treadaway had
4
3.
for 4. He was, what was it? He's the first shortstop to have like 2 stolen bases and went 4 for 4. Since Alex Bregman.
Yeah, and big company there. But, yeah, no, Peyton Graham and Treadaway are lighting it up. And I think Oklahoma's offense is is probably the biggest help that they have beside to get a lead early. And then Jack Nicklaus was there as well yesterday too. He had 2 hits, but it'll be interesting to see now how will Notre Dame or Texas A&M, depending on how tomorrow's game go, make that adjustment to get to Wednesday.
I think something that goes under the radar is just how good Oklahoma's pitching is.
Mm-hmm.
Just more recently, just with how well the fucking offense has been doing and how they just keep putting on runs after runs, basically alleviating pressure from their pitching staff, which is huge, especially in situations like this. Because you think about it, like you put up 3 or whatever in the first inning, you just gave your pitcher the biggest nuts in the fucking stadium to go out there and flop them on the team's forehead.
Well, and even game 1, Jake Bennett, the starter for Oklahoma, he's 10-3 on the year, but he went 6 innings too. So you have 2 back-to-back quality starts for Oklahoma pitching that get you deep into games. So now you can really play out who you want to go with. And that also plays into the factor of how now you're 2-0. Now you have everybody rested for Wednesday. You can get certain guys in there when you need to. So, I mean, they're really sitting in the driver's seat. And I think, honestly, they are the best team. Now that Stanford and Texas are gone, I think Oklahoma is the team to beat based on how they're playing. Because also the last time that Oklahoma won a national title was in '94. And then before that, it was in the 50s. Both times that they won their national titles, the only 2, they started 2-0. Fun fact of yesterday. I saw that. So very impressive.
You can really rely on that. Because, I mean, if you start 2-0 and you're starting the bracket, you're really in the driver's seat. So if you fucking, like, I'm not saying it's automatic wins after you go 2-0.
Yeah.
But it just makes things really hard on opposing teams after that. It's almost like that select ball. You guys remember in select baseball where you, like, if you lost the first game of the tournament play, you just hated life with how many games you had to play back to back.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's kind of the same situation as this, except for you're not going to play the 4 games or whatever in one day. But still, these 9-inning, 3-hour-long games are not easy either.
No,
It just kind of speaks to the impact going 2-0 off the rip and what that can do for the pitching staff, your team, and just their bodies, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, for the bats are hot on all teams. It seems like the bats have been going. So to go 2-0, what?
Not Texas. Not Texas.
Okay. Well, they're old news now. They're gone. Going home. They're going home. But so besides the teams that are going home, for the most part, they've been scoring a lot of runs, and so the team that wins 2-0, I feel like then it's going to be better for their pitching staff mostly, because like I'm saying that all these teams are capable of scoring a lot of runs. It's going to be how much can your bullpen or your starters spare by keeping their opponents down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Also, quick score update. Arkansas was able to get a run in the first 2-1.
Got a double.
Ole Miss just hit a double. So
Ole
as
Miss
that game
just
is
hit a
going
double?
on, yeah, they just got a double
Oh no!
down the left field line. Also, what, Mike?
How accurate are you today?
How accurate am I today? So far, I'm actually decently accurate.
Nope, that did happen. I'm just
Yep.
behind. But
Also, it is funny. I'm wearing an Ole Miss hat. Josh is wearing an Arkansas hat. My mom texted me and she goes, "Who are you rooting for today now that all your teams are done?" And I was like, "Wow, just backhand crap." Rob, my dad texted me
spooky figures.
as soon as Stanford lost. My dad goes, "Wow, you're 2-2 with 2 different teams. Must feel nice sucking." And I was like, you know what?
Rob
It
and
really
Marianne
does.
are ruthless. They just come for the neck.
Oh, dude. My dad will be stepping on it all day long.
Exactly. And then Marianne's just going to be like cheering in the background. Wrecked.
But
Love
no,
them.
flipping over to the other side of the bracket, speaking of that, Arkansas is still riding that heat wave. And everybody, they talked about this last night too on TV, but everybody gave Arkansas the rap of you got knocked out early in the SEC tournament. You were the 4th seed. You've been a top 25 team all year. Van Horn has been producing a very, very good team. Then they get to the Supers, no problem, in Chapel Hill. And then you get to Stanford, who I thought was supposed to be going to be really heavy on a pitching staff. Well, no, Arkansas decides their offense is going to continue to just put up runs, and you had 17 runs on that Stanford team. I mean, it was just insane. And again, another quality start, Connor Noland for Arkansas, 7 2/3. He had 1 strikeout on the day, but still, you had 6 hits, 1 strikeout. You go 7 2/3. Good Lord. Hats off to you, my guy. And then Stanford went through a Johnny Holstaff game. But, I mean, Arkansas is also a very, very good team. Caden Wallace had 3 hits on the day. Michael Turner had 4 hits on the day. So, I mean, you got that really, really stepped up, beefed up Hogs offense, and it's seeming scary at some points.
And I seem that some of the brackets that I seen were like Stanford's going to be the favorite. And I was like, not on that side of the bracket. I just didn't see it.
No, I thought, but I can't pick teams to save my ass. So if it comes down to either of you guys needing a ransom, call somebody else to pick a bracket.
Yeah.
If I do it, you guys are dead. Yeah. But and then throwing it to Ole Miss as well. Ole Miss had a hell of a game, coming off and putting it to Auburn a little bit.
That's just too. I don't know. I feel like I would have liked to see. I mean, it's nice to see 2 hot teams play against each other, especially in the winning bracket. But I would have loved to maybe seen them try to split them up, if at all possible. I feel like that's hard though. Trying to predict who's going to catch fire at certain times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think you got like a little Oklahoma and then either Arkansas or Ole Miss final kind of shape.
I was going to say Ole Miss just gave up their first run in 3 games. That would have been in 3 games through the Southern Miss Regional. And then they gave up 1 today. But otherwise, I think the biggest factor for Ole Miss right now is pitching. Their offense has been able to produce runs easily, as they saw against Arizona in the championship game of the Coral Gable Regional with 22 runs. But, I mean, still, you look at the SEC tournament, they lost to Vanderbilt 3-1. You go back to Texas A&M the week before, they scored 5 runs, 14 runs, and another 5 runs. So their offense is able to put up runs easily with as good as they are. And then you go into the Hattiesburg Regional or Super, 10-0 and then 5-0. So their offense is there. Now it's just a matter of, can they still continue to click? And I think when you have guys like Tim Elko, who are still going hot, who's a captain in a 5th year, that really helps a lot of the young guys who are able to kind of get themselves either way too psyched up to say, hey, just kind of keep it down. We're still fine. We've got plenty of ball left to go. It's 2-1 right now. So I feel that Ole Miss is kind of still sitting in that driver's seat a little bit.
I mean, maybe not. It's just I feel like Arkansas the starter that they had today was not looking good. He had 2 outs, then hit by pitch walk to fill up bases, then walked and run. It's like when you're up 20-plus pitches in the first inning, it's tough. But luckily, Arkansas was able to get Van Horn was able to see that. I mean, everybody in the stadium could see it.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully now, because he'll still be fresh, so he'll be able to pitch again pretty soon on that turnaround. But I don't know. Today just wasn't his day. And with this one, you got to kind of play the strategy game.
Yeah. Well, and especially when you have SEC West opponents like you do, when you've got Auburn, you've got Arkansas, and then you've got Ole Miss. You have 3 SEC West opponents who have closed out this entire season just powerhouses. And nobody saw Ole Miss coming, but everybody still had that slight anticipation of, okay, they are a good team when it comes to playoff baseball. How are they going to crap the bed, or are they going to pull through? Well, they pulled through, proved everybody wrong, and now you have Auburn, who's fighting for their lives, which they handled Stanford today, knocked them out 2-Q. But it's just interesting that you had 3 SEC West teams on the same side of the bracket who have played each other all year and know exactly how to pitch and where to go. But it's just a matter of, is baseball going to be baseball, and your plan's going to get just destroyed within four pitches. And Arkansas's plan got destroyed in the first inning today.
True. And I mean, it could be just like you said, they played each other all season. So it could be they know what's coming, but it also could be they know what's coming. Like, so it's like it's a win-lose kind of situation where it could be like, okay, we know these guys, seen them before, all this kind of stuff. And then it also could be on the other side of things where it's like we know how to beat them, if that kind of makes sense. Where it's like, he should hit a nuke.
Tim Elko?
Tim Elko hit a nuke.
You bet, baby, as we're on the show.
4-1.
Hell yeah.
Dang it.
And see, that also proves the point, but there's still plenty of baseball left, and Arkansas is no slacker on putting up runs. So
no,
a 4-1. And they even said it last night on the broadcast too. They said even though Texas is down by like 6, there's still no lead safe. And I think the supers, I think the regionals themselves all showed that no lead in college baseball this year has been a safe lead. So,
yeah. I'm just like nervously watching this game, kind of switching back and forth between it.
Mike, where did you have Ole Miss at? Do you remember, or either of these teams?
I can look.
Hold on. Let me look.
Oh, I can look too. Who's gonna pull it up faster?
Also, full transparency, Mikey is on audio only today, as we did have the audio only last week. But still, shout out to Crondio Media. They gave us the audio only on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So wherever you get those, and somebody thinks that they have just a ginormous freaking schlong out there revving an engine of a diesel truck.
Is it Mikey?
Oh, and a hit by pitch. No, it's not Mikey.
Oh. He had Ole Miss losing in the first game. Jinx.
I still can't believe Josh went perfect.
Me having the tiniest wiener.
Nope.
Thank you.
That's my title. You had tiniest ass.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Tiniest ass.
No, Mikey had biggest
yours is
ass.
like paper. It is like paper.
Confirmed. Nick's
not even true. Stop. You're gonna listen to Nick? You're gonna listen to the guy that picked Texas?
109 exit velo. Oh my lord!
Chat, and I'm still not gonna.
Wait, which group chat?
I don't know. The one that I left?
Exactly.
And here goes the rabbit hole.
Anyways, they had them lose in the first game. And then he had Arkansas playing Ole Miss in an elimination game later.
Wow.
So.
Well, I will say this. At least I have Oklahoma on the championship or the semifinal game, hopefully.
Yeah, you in the championship, you have Texas and Stanford.
I went 2-Q on the ship today. Well, and that's why Rob texted me today.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh I know. God. That's why Rob said, "Wow, you're 2-Q, buddy, real good." And I was like, "Wow,
damn, real good." Rough scene.
Oh my goodness! I didn't even realize that.
I went 2-Q on championship teams. It is. Oh my! Can you guys hear the dogs barking? I can.
No.
Okay.
The dog barking over there. It threw me off.
But no, it's been a rough CWS for good old Nick over here. So
yeah, sounds like it.
I
just knew you had Texas in there.
Yeah, no, I picked, and then I had Stanford winning it all.
Yeah, so that's
silly boy.
Hey, let's be real though. A lot of people did have, like, I think I mentioned it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people had Stanford winning, which
not a horrible pick at all by any means. It's just baseball will be
now.
Now it is, yeah.
I just thought especially like we just talked about with 3 SEC opponents on that side of the bracket, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's none that they make it out.
And Mikey dogs on the Pac-12 all year long.
Yep, because dog shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you, bye.
Anyways, what other games do we want to hit on?
I mean, that's pretty much all the games that we got. We talked about in Notre Dame and Oklahoma, the Texas A&M Texas game. I think now it's just kind of leading up to
kind of waiting.
Yeah, which is really, it's funny to actually think about that we have to sit and wait on this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like with the College World Series going on, it's very respectable, and I'm trying to just see where games would be for the rest of the week because I know Texas
They're going to be in
plays,
Omaha.
Well,
shot him.
So tomorrow,
Got him.
Texas A&M plays Notre Dame. Auburn awaits the loser of Ole Miss and Arkansas. Winners.
Loser brackets tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yep. Because Oklahoma waits to play on Wednesday, and whoever wins tonight waits to play till Wednesday. So.
Yeah. So the 2 losers play tomorrow, and the 2 winners play Wednesday, right?
Correct.
Are you sure? So you're the loser.
So Texas A&M and Notre Dame lost.
They both play tomorrow. Yes, I know that. But then does it mean
because Josh, the Oklahoma will play the winner of the game tomorrow.
Exactly.
Oklahoma doesn't have a team to play right now.
No, and Auburn awaits the loser of Arkansas Ole Miss. Whoever loses that plays Auburn tomorrow. So both loser bracket games are tomorrow.
But did they stretch it out so then they don't have to play consecutive days? So they'd have an elimination game on Tuesday and then elimination game Wednesday.
No, because now it's all elimination forward until it goes to the championship game.
Okay.
The championship series.
You get rewarded for going 2-0 by not playing tomorrow.
So there are 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, they're the 2 loser bracket games.
Dude, brackets and me just don't work.
No.
My brain just malfunctions when it's like, no.
It's an overload.
Except I'm goated in picking. So, I mean, when it's out in front of me and I can just write in the names, I'm goated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Texas A&M plays the Irish tomorrow, which should be – I think that'll be an interesting game just to see what Notre Dame still has left for starters. And then you throw in Texas A&M, who is very, very deep in a bullpen with that SEC schedule. So –
And then Auburn plays the loser of today.
Yes, you are correct.
You're getting it.
Yay. Cool. Come Wednesday or come next time we have to do this is going to be all fuckered up again.
It should just be starting the championship bracket.
Yeah. Because Austin Temple went yesterday for Notre Dame, and he did not have a good day at all. So he should be done for tomorrow. I think, according to looking at the stats here, I think Jack Finley could potentially be a starter. I know Aiden Tyrell went yesterday for Notre Dame. He was giving Texas hell. And then Alex Rowe should be one of the next 2 starters for Notre Dame coming up.
Damn, didn't know we had a special guest as a Notre Dame head coach on our podcast today.
I'm just looking at the stat page. I'm trying to be intellectual here.
You and factual information don't really get.
It works when I actually have it pulled up in front of me instead of trying to guess it and then get tagged on. So, yeah.
Yeah. Tag team, baby.
The Arkansas just hit a triple, Josh. That's why I'm watching. Oh, nope, double. But
I just seen it.
But no, I actually kind of like Texas A&M in this one. I think
he hit a double.
Double. Because I saw the guy running to third.
It moved more up because more reached on an error.
Yes, there you go. But I kind of like
Back
Texas
in third,
A&M
nobody out.
in tomorrow's game against Notre Dame.
Well, there goes my pick.
What, you picked Texas A&M too?
Yeah, but since you're rooting for them, they're going to lose.
They're going to lose. See, that's what I'm hoping for with this Ole Miss game. See, that's what I got going for me right now.
See, I picked Ole Miss to get eliminated, though.
But you want them to win this game. This is what.
Yeah,
that's
because
what
I hate Pig Suey in Arkansas.
You actually had Arkansas and Ole Miss playing in an elimination game.
Well,
you almost had it.
So close. So close.
And then you had Ole Miss losing that game.
Yeah.
So you had them going 2-Q.
Yeah, I did. Well, I love how my 2-Q teams are actually winning, and then my teams that I can't let go 2-Q decide to say, hey, we're going to just fist you.
You win some, you lose some.
We're going to chain you down and just go nuts. I was like, well.
Whoa.
Try not.
This isn't after
Mikey's,
dark. You need to stop.
No, not yet. Well,
it's not X-rated.
We're still not on the hub yet, Mike, so.
No, we're not, so you can't say that.
You can't say that.
You don't say that. But, no, I think I got Texas A&M, and then depending on who has this, I don't know. I feel like Auburn is still a very hot team. They had the minor setback in game 1 from Ole Miss, but being able to come back and beat Stanford today the way that they did, I think they're going to be a tough round 2 tomorrow. It'll be incredibly interesting to see. I feel like
whoever's putting in the live stats for ESPN right now is like 3 pitches. They're going 1, 2, 3 right away. So I'm like missing the pitches.
Why are you watching the live stats? Why aren't you watching? Oh, you got ESPN Plus, don't you?
That's base hit, is it? Grounded out to first, but he scored the run. Okay.
4-2.
I have no. So right now I'm just doing it because it's on my phone, and I'm too lazy to log into my TV provider.
Ah, okay. Also, it was not a ground ball; it was a bunt.
Also,
showed ground ball on the things. So talk to them.
It's a bunt. Mikey had an also. What was the also?
And then he was just like,
I didn't say it.
Well, are you going?
Say it now? I was like,
but we did ask, so
yeah.
it's kind of counterintuitive.
He did. Got him. Trying to be a smart ass, and we got you.
No, you didn't. I thought I didn't say it.
We
I got
him.
myself. No.
Got him.
Oh.
Yes.
Still got my boy.
Try again, never. Yeah, you still about to get this dick in your mouth.
Don't tempt me with time.
Wow. Okay, so that can go on the.
Yes, that can. But what you said could not.
So glad Cronio doesn't have us dub, bro. Like, oh, come
I
on.
know. They're like, I'm surprised they have not told us yet. Like, guys, you gotta calm down. It's like
after 3 episodes, they like have signed us for 3 episodes, and they're like, nope, never mind.
Nope, that was a bad investment on our part. But I mean, no, it is kind of fun to go.
Another run.
Oh gosh, dang.
4-3.
No.
4-3, baby.
No.
Pepperoni.
This is bullshit.
Don't know what
Language.
In play. Base hit?
No.
Singled.
We are so behind and we are so all over the board. This is watching live games is bad for us because we just get stuck in such a I think it's funny, but we get stuck, and like, then there's dead air for 5 seconds, and we're like, "Well, shit, we should probably say something." Let's be fair, though. Oh, how do you drop a ball trying to throw it? He literally did one of those as he's getting ready to throw. Hayden Dunhurst from Ole Miss literally threw it, and it fell out of his hand as he was trying to throw it, and it went about 5 yards.
I knew I shouldn't have that popcorn.
And, yeah. All right, Brucey.
But is there no? There's 2 outs.
Correct.
No, I mean like it. Plus, just like showing that we're probably wrong, like as it's happening. But I mean, we did cover everything we needed to talk about. So.
Yeah. But and then moving forward, so the draft comes up in about 2 weeks, and this is the first time. I think last year they did it too, not the first time, but this will be the next year. Well, it's not in Omaha, but usually the draft for college baseball happens like during the regionals and during the supers. Yep. So like as you're playing
during the CWS. I thought.
No, usually it was during the regionals.
No, it was it was the supers one year because I know Dansby was like on the headset.
Yeah, and it was after the game. Okay. So usually that happens. So like everybody's like, oh, they're watching that instead of the game. So now everybody's like waiting for the baseball draft, which I think is fun. The only bad part is unless you have MLB TV, you can't watch it. So you just got to go through picks. But I think after the championship series, our next episode will be draft.
Probably.
Which would be kind of fun to break down because I haven't broken down an MLB draft.
Well, you kind of suck at draft. So.
Facts.
I suck at picking teams. There's a difference.
Players for fantasy.
Well, okay, that's a totally different issue.
I don't even want to talk about fantasy. You rigged that league.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear, I'm gonna go Tommy Pham on you real quick.
That's fine. I don't care.
I'm pulling up.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, that could even be an episode after dark, the fantasy draft, even though it'll be something completely different. But No, we got to figure out if we want to do that. No Place Like Homaha after dark.
Popped out 4-3 still.
It'd be a blast.
What'd you say?
Comedy. It'd be a blast to get some comedy at me.
We get comedy out of you on a regular basis. You're
Yeah,
literally
I'd be
sitting at.
out of pocket shit. Yeah, you never know what's gonna come out of my mouth, bro.
That is true.
I was gonna say you're literally sitting in a car while we're doing this entire episode.
He's like, I'm gonna pull up in a park. I'm just changing parking spots real quick, and he just parked.
Yeah. I'm by a creek right now.
My boy is committed.
Yeah, bro.
Gotta get it in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is that all we have for today?
I really think so. It's a short episode considering last
Perfect.
week.
You better
was like
put
an hour
the
and 10
Jeopardy
minutes.
theme song in all the dead space.
No, this. Or we'll just.
Well, there you go.
We'll just put just random snippets. We'll have Mikey saying some random line. I'm excited.
Pause the music.
Pause the music.
Pause the dead space.
Audio clips, bro. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
just
I'm
throw
gonna-
in an ad for Flintstone gummies.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
this-
fucking better.
Flintstone gummies.
I was gonna say we should probably at one point, just because of how much we reference it in the show, just make like a little mini.
Just have
ad
like it
for
in the corner. Just have a bottle in the corner. Like, oh yeah, I forgot to take it
Right.
today.
Flintstone gummies.
That's a
won't get
sunscreen.
Please tell me, are those actually?
No,
Flintstone
it's a
gummies?
sunscreen
sunscreen.
bottle. Because the sun is bad.
The sun is
Inside,
bad.
Safer.
Inside good, outside bad. Oh my gosh.
Not a fan.
So, since you've already tuned in here, obviously this has been the No Place Like Homaha podcast. Since you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're catching this on Spotify, like and subscribe as well. Same with Apple Podcasts, all that kind of jazz. Just get it out to your friends, family, or whatever. But again, we've been back at you, and next week we'll be talking about winners and drafts and all that kind of fun stuff. So,
And it's your boy, Chicken Nick.
yep, that is perfect.
Yep.
Anything else from you guys?
No, just that I know the series runs all the way through the 27th, so that might be championship day, or depending on. So that'll be a good episode to cover.
Perfect.
But yeah.
Also, if you are going out to the series and you are in the Omaha area, drink water because it's like 105 inside the stadium.
Oh yeah, it's bad here, too.
Ridiculous hot. But it's supposed to be, the next weekend is supposed to be like 70s. So that's just the Midwest for you.
Right on. 4th of July. Time to blow your hand off.
To get drunk and blow off hands.
Jason, was it Jason Pierre-Paul who did that?
Yeah.
That was fingers, but.
Yeah, close enough. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
Peace.